Hello and welcome back to the Giraffe Reaction Zones. We are watching One Piece. This is One Piece live action episode 3. We have outstanding amount of hype right now. We have Luffy, we have Roronoa, we have Kobe in the yard, Zoro tied up to the pole, Marines aiming at them with the shotguns. We have Captain Morgan on the top looking at them. It's gonna be fight, it's gonna be a brawl. We are... What's this? Recap. Yes, as I said, Zoro is tied up still. By the way, he's falling from so high. Surprised that nothing can happen to him. Whoa! Yeah. He's just laughing. It's gonna be a brawl here. Morgan versus Luffy. Yes! Yes! King of the Pirates is King of the Pirates. It's surprising how calmly they talking when basically the Marines is next there. Free swords, so I will understand that he's using them one at a time. I wanna see it right now with those people that are perfect timing for to show, to prove how strong he can be. So he accepted. He literally accepted. Let's see what's gonna happen. No. You are not going to start my One Piece. We can play later. Yes. Whoa, hold on. He's basically telling us about... talking about the devil fruits. The power to breathe fire, the power to cause tsunamis, all sorts of rumors. So there is a fruit who can cause tsunamis or breathe fire. Actually, the Luffy having his fruit compared to tsunamis, I think it's like different league, isn't it? All the shotguns is incredible and free swords. Where is? I need to go back. Well, I need to see it. They're attacking. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. He is keeping his third sword in his mouth, or it's underneath a jar. I'm so hyped. So hyped. Roronoa Zoro. So cool. Oh yeah, that's actually cool. Move and you're dead. Ooh, so many of them. Only Zoro is enough to handle them. They are all frightened. Ambition? So he wants to be a greater swordsman. Okay. So he literally threatened Luffy if he stands up. He's accepting under the condition. Okay! Under the condition. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Marines. Do not disappoint me right now. It's because it looks like they're already giving up. Fucking hell. So he can stretch legs as well. Wow. Do something, Kobe. You're the only one who's lucky right now. Gum fruit. Rubber person. So he can stretch everything. Basically, his whole body is a rubber. Okay. He didn't give us enough information about devil fruits. I'm also so hyped about devil fruits. What other devil fruits can we see? He's so tough to his soldiers. Really tough situation, so he has to be tough. Like, hello? He was actually keeping the sword in his mouth. Show me some good fight. Basically already hold off one shot, so he's not one-shotting Morgan right now. Whoa! He's not a pushover at all. Whoa! Well, that's it. It's great. I'm really loving. Just move aside, man. Okay, it's your time to shine. Knock him out. knock him out and prove me that my power leveling was wrong, that he actually is not stronger than you. Knock him out, Kobe. Oh, this is not the way. Show him. Take out his weapon from his hand. If you're ready to die, just oh, come on, don't just stand there. Kind of. It's better to focus on your back. Okay, Zoro, go. Zoro versus Morgan. What happened? He's out. Zoro! So he literally one-shot him. Kind of one-shot him because... No way, you're just happy that he was knocked out at front of the marine, at front of the pirates. They literally let them go? Looks like. Okay, who are you? Because you are a third episode taking loads of screen time. Who are you, I'm asking. Okay. Hidden treasure. Just a thief. She's just a thief. To the Grand Line. Is it not the pirate graveyard? If I'm not mistaken? Captain Buggy. Okay. But that's not too quick to showcase another I mean, so everything fails so far, right? Because the main reason why they are here, a part of Zoro, Zoro's joining Luffy, but Kobe is gonna be with pirate now. It's not gonna join Marines. Considering what he have done. So how many others have you gathered besides me? Okay, so he wants to know about the crew. He's gonna be in shock. Two, so he's not counting Kobe at all then. Maybe he's too weak. Yeah, we are strong. He's basing that, judging that by strength. This dog. Okay, kind of big ship he wants it to have. Without any sense of planning. Yeah, considering he was praising Kobe for his navigational skills, so yeah. So he also, or actually, yeah, he wants to go to the Grand Line. The only one who is afraid about that, so far what I'm seeing, is Kobe. Person. Okay, we're getting some lore, so it's actually important. Pirate graveyard, which is said many times by Kobe again. How much he can know about that actually? Okay, that's actually some information, intel, because she is not afraid, and it's different person than Kobe. Zoro is into it, so he still wants to be with Luffy, which is good, because he's strong. We need him on our side. Luffy needs him on his side. So yeah, what I was saying, Kobe is irrelevant because he's too young, he do not know much. He was captured by the pirates, so he cannot research what's happening. He can only hear stories, not fact, stories. And no one come back from the Grand Line. So how they know about that? Got some actions again with Marines. Okay, he's not hiding that, but they forcing him to go. Fair enough. They don't want to have more repercussions, which they will have by what they did to Morgan or what Morgan brings to them. I don't think so. They didn't show that Morgan is that terrible of a person. If they actually split parts, I would be so happy right now. I hate this character. Can we finish? Can you stay and never come back? Yes, you are an idiot. Okay. Maybe he will man up after that. Maybe. So she wants to go to the Grand Line because she got the map. They want to go to the Grand Line. No way.
ありがとう。
海軍に感
Go
謝される海
live
賊なんて聞いた
your
ことねえ。
life. You're not needed in this anime. Bye.
あれでも
Oi, 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 oi. Man up, man.
お前海賊王ってのに随分こだわりがあるみたいだが、何か訳でもあんのか。
いやわけなんかない。ただ
No reason.
俺は誓ったんだ。ある男にい
Okay, can get this.
つか
Set sail for the Grand Line. That's it. That's it. The beginning, the fight, the Marines, everything went superb. Everything. I liked every single bit apart of the Kobe. Kobe was. I'm actually super excited. I'm super excited. I will stop this. I'm super excited that Kobe is done. Kobe left on the side. Now we have only Zoro, which is badass, free sword style. Samurai, right? Swordsman, samurai. Might be a samurai, swordsman. I think it's the same. Maybe not. Correct me in a comment. If you like that video, by the way, give me a like. I will really appreciate it. Subscribe, or I will be like jumping with a happiness. Compared to the previous episodes when they were talking a lot, talking, this one was fighting, action, and fighting. Welcome to Power Levels. In this episode we got quite a few characters. Captain Morgan, definitely, because he was fighting Luffy, the clear Ronoa Zoro, the minimum strength. And the most important, average marine, average no-name marine, because if we can estimate their power levels, then we can go through to another characters. Can average no-name marine defeat Copy with any of those rules mentioned previously? So we have winning by one punch, and yes, definitely, at this point I can say that average grown-up marine can easily one punch a kid and win. Can they win a fight without fighting even seriously? I believe yes. It's definitely a grown-up can beat up a child who's basically afraid of anything. And the last one is, can we apply both rules? And here I'm not so sure about, because if they are not fighting seriously, they cannot really win with a one punch. So what we can say in case of numbers now, if Kobe is 1 and they winning with one punch, so they gave them at least 2, so we can put it here, at least 2 or more. And if we apply the second, winning and not fighting seriously, that will be 10 times or more. So 1 times 10, it's definitely, we can change that into 10 plus. And we obviously cannot apply both of them, so that will end up as a 10 plus. Can average no-name Marines beat with one punch helmet? I believe so. He's still also a child, but child with a weapon, so a weaponized child, let's call it. And can they win without fighting seriously? Here I will say definite no, because if you're not treating them seriously and he have a sharp weapon, that will not end up well. So that's definitely no. So both rules also no. So that gives basically times 2 times 2 is 4 plus. So we staying with a 10, because we estimate their minimum at 10. Do they have any relations with average no-name pirate? Right now, no. Do they have any? They didn't have any fights with Alvida. We didn't see them, and we also didn't so much. A part of that, Luffy knocked several of them with a one punch, basically. But Luffy also knocked out several pirates in a similar fashion. So, if similar pirates are strength of 10 and they are losing to the Luffy by similar attack, like average no-name Marine losing to Luffy by similar attack, and we already estimate that their strength will be at least 10, and by now that average no-name pirate is exactly 10, I think at this point I can justify all of that. The average no-name Marine will be like strength of 10. And based off that number, we can go through other characters now. So, first one, we have Captain Morgan, and what we can say by him. Let's go through the weakest again, but more quickly. If he can apply both rules to Kobe, definitely. With Helmeppo, so that will give him, I will go with him 20 plus. Did he can beat Helmeppo without fighting seriously with a one punch? I believe so as well, because Helmeppo is not so far from Luffy. The only difference between Helmeppo and Kobe is that Helmeppo has a weapon and Kobe doesn't. Yeah, considering how much Helmeppo was afraid of Captain Morgan, we can easily say he can apply both rules for them, so that already gives us 40 plus. So his minimum strength is 40. Do we have anything with no-name pirate? Not really. No-name marines? Yes. He can win with them without fighting seriously? No. Obviously, we thinking about 1v1. So, based off that he cannot win without fighting seriously, we can already estimate that he is less than 100. So because it's less than 10 times stronger, and 10 times same is 100. So he will be between 40 and 100. So let's continue here. Any relation to Alvida? Nope. Any relation to Luffy? Of course. Can Luffy win with Captain Morgan without fighting seriously? We saw in the episode how he treated the fight between himself and Captain Morgan, and we definitely know, because there is already a result in this episode, that Luffy won. So he's definitely 10 times stronger. Definitely. And can Luffy beat Morgan without fighting seriously, but with one punch, which apply both rules in this case? We saw in the episode that Luffy was actually punching Morgan, and Morgan was holding on his own. He was actually blocking some of his punches. So that means he's not 20 times stronger. We can estimate that Morgan is 10 times weaker than him. And if he have a 400 and 10 times weaker is again 40. In that case, I will just give him the number exactly in the middle of that estimation, which leads for 70. Okay, and I think the most interesting part of that power levels is Zoro. He doesn't have interaction with Kobe, but we can easily say he can apply both rules. He had a fight with Helmeppo actually, and won almost instantly, so I will apply both rules here. So I can say that Zoro is at least 40 plus. He had no interaction with average pirate right now, but he had interaction with an average marine, because there was one clash when he was definitely handicapped at this point, and he still was able to hold on basically by a bunch of the marines with strength 10. So if we will be choosing one by one, so we can apply both rules. So both rules is 20, and 20 times 10 is 200, and that means he's at least 200 plus. And the Zoro interaction with Captain Morgan is, of course, they had some clash, but again, Zoro was handicapped because of his situation. Morgan was already beaten by Luffy, so Morgan was already handicapped, so we do not know the level of handicapped Morgan. So I will remain power level of 200 plus. Stay with me for a moment. And we are back here. We have updated list. We have Luffy at the first, then we have Roronoa, followed by Captain Morgan, Alvida, Average, Pirate, and Marine. I put them as a same slot. It's basically the same thing. There will be constantly power level of 10. So they having a same spot. Then Helmeppo and Kobe. The only one thing which I want to add it here, because now we have more information about Luffy, how Luffy fights, because he fought Alvida and he fought Morgan already. So we can make a little correction for Alvida's power level, which is I'm explaining it right now. Because Luffy won with one Vida with one punch. Luffy didn't won with Captain Morgan with one punch. Both same with both scenarios. Both the rest was similar because Luffy wasn't fighting seriously. So just by that we can say that Alvida is weaker than Morgan. What I'm going to do with Alvida now, because when we having on our list plus, we basically means it can go and go and go. So it would be nice if we can make some kind of range for Alvida. So considering the Alvida is the minimum of 20, then we can put for Alvida maximum. And what kind of maximum I will actually suggest here is the average for Captain Morgan, because if Alvida is weaker than Morgan in comparison with fight with Luffy, we still cannot say that Morgan will beat Alvida, because that never happened. And anything can happen basically in this fight. So the range must be overlapping. I'm going to make it quickly here, which basically means brackets and the 20 to 70, and this will actually give Alvida the power level of 45. So 45 here, and yeah, so this is it. And I hope you guys enjoyed that.